Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name's Craig. We're going to be talking about the charts. If you guys watched this morning's pre-market video, I talked about usually lately when the markets open green, they end up red for the end of the day. So far, it's looking like that's what's going to happen. Dow Jones is so far given back everything pretty much. Let's see where it's at for the day. It's still up a little bit, 63, but it was up like 500, I think it was at one point, somewhere in there. It was up pretty high. But let's take a look at the chart now. But it is definitely looking like it's giving this back. Let's see where it did get to. Yeah, it got up. It was actually up about 600. Obviously coming down now. We also talked about this rally, right? I talked about it last week, along with looking at the big picture of the Dow from like the 1929 Great Depressions, how markets react after big drops. If the tops are in, right? They always have big rallies in the middle. We're going to see good weeks. We're going to see green weeks, but that doesn't mean the bottom's in. That doesn't mean the bear market's over. I do believe the bear market began right here in December. I believe it's still continuing, and we're just going to get bounces. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. I in no way, shape, or form can see the future, but I do know what I'm seeing in the charts, and oftentimes the past doesn't necessarily repeat, but it often rhymes, and this is all rhyming. This is what I've been talking about for a long time, and it's not just one chart, right? A lot of things are lining up to get back to our 2020 lows. And the reason I say it that way is because I've noticed some difference from not saying that number anymore, which is strange. Anyways, if you guys are in here, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up, leave your comments below. If you're watching on Twitter, shoot on over to YouTube. It's a lot easier here, and you can set your notifications, because those of you that are familiar with me doing the Prime XBT $200 account giveaways, where you literally don't have to make a deposit, you put a promo code in that I give out. Each promo code can be used once, so you got to be the first to use it. So a friend of mine helped me out with this today. Instead of putting them on Twitter, because I get tons of, I don't know if you guys notice, if you do follow me on X, I keep saying Twitter, if you follow me on X, the spam bots on X are ridiculous now. YouTube isn't much better, but on the live streams, at least the spam bots don't talk. But I'm going to start giving those promo codes away on the live stream. So you have to be in the live on YouTube to see the promo codes pop up. So you're going to want to make sure you are here for the lives if you're looking for that. This is a trading channel. If you want to learn how to trade, you like to trade, you want to see someone else's viewpoints on trades, this is where you want to be. I show my trades. I'm open with my trades, transparent. Right now, I'm in a pretty big loss in one of them, but I'm okay with that, because sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and I still believe this is going to be a winning trade, or else I would have got out of it by now. But anyways, we'll take a look at that also. Let's get into it. So as you can see, what's happening with the Dow. Let's see if the S&P, yes, the S&P is giving it back. Looking like we're dropping below our support, which was our old target. NASDAQ's testing its support here. But guys, I do believe we are getting our next lows in. Maybe this week, you know, maybe it'll take longer than that either way, but I think a lot more lows are coming. And this has a lot to do with it. So if you look on the right, this is the Great Depression. If you look on the left, you can see the similarities here, right? This just huge run up after this formation, the same formation on both sides. And we can zoom in here, and we talked about this last week, right? We talked about this big drop we got, and then this rally, right? And this is no different than what we had here. Pretty much the exact same thing, actually, measurement, you know, percentage wise, right? Same thing. We just had a big run up here. We had a nice green week here, just like we had here, but I do believe this will get erased. Could we get more green weeks? Yeah, we could bounce up here. No big deal, but it does not mean that the bear or the bull market continues, right? Not with what's going on economically. For one, if you know anything about real economics, not paying attention to the news, just looking around, right? You'll know our economy is in the shitter. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or ways around that. They can give you all the fake numbers they want. Our economy is in the shitter. Markets will follow, right? Let's take a look at my trade. We'll take a look at my trade real quick, then we'll get into some stocks. I'm not gonna make you guys do the 100 likes today, although I wish you would definitely hit the like button, right? So make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, tick that notification bell. That will get you notified when I post new videos. And let's get into it. If you're watching on your mobile, just click out of the chat for a second, hit the thumbs up, and click back in. Same thing if you're watching on TV, hit the more button. I think it's on the bottom right of the screen, the 3 little dots. It'll say more, and then you can hit the thumbs up real quick and get back in. I would appreciate that. What's up, Kells? What's up, Donna? What's up, Baron Boss Lady? Jesse. Far away, Maria. Oh, she had to leave. And Adam Bernard. What's up, guys? All right, so let's take a look at the trade real quick. See how much of a loss we're in right now. And it's at 27,000. A little less of a loss than we were in this morning's video. But I'm still, remember, you got to remember, guys, we're up way over $100,000 on this account. I started it with 7,000. We got up to 150. I already took out now 20,000, so I took two $10,000 so I took 20,000 out, 7,000 to start it. It's no big deal if I lose some money here. We're already way ahead, right? So but I am looking to add more, and I'll let people know in my Discord. That's also free in the link down below. I'll let you know when I add to it. There's nothing really to talk about in the Discord right now other than this is where I'm at. I mean, people are still talking, right? There's day traders in there. So if you are into trading, you want to look at, learn from some other people, talk about trading, other techniques, things that people are doing, definitely join it. A lot of people in there doing very well. A lot of good trades in there. So might want to check that out. But I do want to also remind you guys, it's almost coming to an end of the 100% deposit bonus with Prime XBT by using my link. If you're new, just click my link, sign up, whatever you deposit, they'll match 100% up to $10,000 in your trading account to use towards your margin, right? You can't obviously take out what they give you, but you can use it for your margin to trade with. So, if you already have an account with me, all you have to do is go over to more, go to your promo codes, and put in Savvy50. If you don't do the KYC, no VPN thing, check out BITUNIX. There's also a trading competition on here. This trade is down $270, by the way. There is a trading competition going on here, and right here are your prizes and how to win them. I posted it on X. It's also in my Discord. You can check it out. But your first, your first prize, Model 3 Tesla or $35,000, a Rolex or $12,000 is your second. Third, Vision Pro or $4,000, Sony Alpha or $2,000, iPhone or $1,200, or it's an iPhone 16 Pro or $1,200, Apple Watch or $280. So, like I said, BITUNIX is more for crypto traders that are like to trade meme coins, altcoins, things like that. And then you got Prime XBT, where you can actually trade the traditional markets: gold, silver, oil, S&P, and Dow Jones. Let's take a look at gold. If you guys have been watching, you know we've had a gold target up here at about 3,300. Right now we're at 3,200, and this is a very old target, guys. Extremely old. I believe this is an ending fifth wave diagonal. Could it be topped? It could already be topped, but I am looking for the possibility of this getting up to that 33. And if it blows past that, I hate to say it, but there's probably something really, really, really bad going on in the world at that point. But we'll keep an eye on it. This is where I believe we'll top out. Now, if we start getting back down below this 3,000 and that becomes resistance, then that could be it. But this is why I'd be keeping an eye on. Silver got a nice little rebound, right? But it's still, nevertheless, nothing big. Another thing I want to look at is those of you guys that know my, wow, you guys are going crazy in here today. What's up, Blocky? Degen? All right, another thing I want to look at real quick is you guys that are familiar with my EMA strategy, right? We're going to go to I think I got a clean chart here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. thought I had it. Should be right here. No, right here. No, right here. Nope. Nope. There it is, my clean chart. All right, let's get these drawings off here real quick. We're going to take a look at the EMA strategy, and we're going to take a look at it time frame by time frame and see what it looks like from there, right? So if we're looking at the monthly, technically bullish because we're above all the EMAs. We're still above the 8 EMA, but the 8 EMA, this is the EMA strategy, guys, nothing but, right? So 82.5, if it gets below that, then we're probably, is about 82.5? Yeah, about 82.5. If we get below that, then we're below the 8 EMA. But again, for now, that is bullish. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's still bullish, but it's looking like it wants to turn bearish. We're below the 8, the 13, and the 21. And we'll take a look at that weekly chart with the parabola on it and see how that's doing. But nevertheless, it's definitely looking like it wants to roll over here and continue rolling over. So I'd be careful unless it can get above this 87 and hold, right? And it doesn't even have to be 87. Yeah, it has to be above the 87 and hold. So that's what you watch for in the weekly to remain bullish. Let's take a look at the daily. So taking a look at the daily, it is definitely still bearish, guys. So we had our crossover here. This was when it told you to get out, and we're still down below. We can't get back above the 55 EMA as of right now. That is remaining our resistance. So everything is still bearish in my opinion. Now, if you guys remember back here, right? If you were around for this drop and then this rally up, it took about what, January to April, middle or end of April, this rally here. Everyone was extremely bullish. The bottom was in. Bitcoin was going to 150,000 for sure. And it just came crashing back down. So be careful of that, because I think we're probably going to see something like this. And I'll show you guys in the weekly chart. Well, that's the daily, so we know we're bearish. There's still in the daily. Let's look at the 4-hour, and then we'll take a look at that weekly chart with the parabola, and then we'll take a look at some other stuff. It's still bearish here, guys. It managed to try, or no, the 4-hour is technically bullish because we're above the EMAs, right? But now we've broken the 8 EMA on the 4-hour. This thing does definitely look like it's rolling over and rolling back down to our targets, if you guys know what those are. But let's look at the parabola, right? Right, the daily, obviously that looks bearish also. Let's look at, right here's the parabola, right? This is almost, remember, history doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. And this is rhyming, right? We had 3 touches on the parabola, and we're trying to break the parabola here. We broke it here, but if you look at where we're at, we're getting support on the 55 EMA. We're getting resistance at the 8, 13, and 21 right here. Just like we were right here, guys. Same patterns playing out. Even the bearish divergence here on this. This is the weekly chart for you guys. So anyways, that's what we're looking at here. 71 viewers, 43 likes. Come on, guys. Take a second out. Smash that thumbs up. If you've never done it on anyone's video, make this the video that you take 1 second out. You hit that thumbs up button and get back in the video. All right, let's check it out. So, what are we going to look at? Do you want to look at the altcoins? There's my bearish chart, by the way. I show this daily that is a possibility. I don't put much weight on it, but we'll see. Looking at Solana. Solana definitely getting rejected here like we talked about. You can see this hidden bearish divergence here from this high to that high. You can see this high to that high. So this could even get way up to the range 169. It'd still be hidden bearish divergence. So just be careful there, guys. XRP, same thing. Nothing big. Couldn't get above our 4-hour EMA at 225. We hit our target at 161. Now I believe we probably come back down for a retest of this. It'll be lower this time, unless it can get above that 55 and hold. It has to get above 225 and hold. If it does that, then maybe we can get up and retest this top trend line again. Otherwise, I think we come back down to this 157. If that breaks, we go down and try to test that like 110 or so level. And if that breaks, we got much lower to go. And I'm hoping by then everybody will admit that they're in a bear market, because normally they don't start admitting it till it's over 50% loss. And then most, probably 80% of the people still in it bought above that. So then they just got to wait it out in a loss, right? And if it's anything like, I think with the Great Depression style crash coming, that takes decades to return to all-time highs. So be careful. That just, and I mean decades, just to return to where it was before the drop came. So just be careful. Not saying that's going to happen this time, but it's something to keep in mind. Let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano, same thing. It is just flipping over here, guys. We had some, say, exaggerated divergence here. We're even up on the price, and down here we're having higher highs. So definitely a turnover spot. You guys know my target on that has been, still remains 31 cents. None of this has really changed at all. Heading back down towards that 15 again, which was our first target on Ethereum. I said once that breaks, then we look for lower ones. Litecoin, I was talking about this morning. If you understand fractals, are familiar with them, this here looks like a big fractal of what we're getting right here, pretty much. I won't go into too much detail with that. That way we can get in the charts. But same thing with Litecoin. It's going back to our target here. Once it gets below there, then I think we're going to go retest this trend line on the bottom. If that breaks, it's going down. All right. Let's see. What do you guys want to look at? Give me your, whatever you want to look at. Let me know. Give me your ticker and whether it's a stock or a crypto behind it. We'll pull it up, take a quick look at it on the charts. This is going to be a little bit quicker than normal, probably another 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to be getting out of here, guys. So yeah, mantra. All right, I gotta get to my poop coin chart. Here it is, mantra. Oh, mantra. What do we got here? Which one did we look at? I always forget which one we look at it on, which freaking exchange, because I know we've looked at it a bazillion times. There it is. So, holy crap. That really took off. So this was what we had for our upside target before. You know what this tells me? This tells me that the bear market is most definitely coming into fruition soon. This is pretty bad, guys. A lot of times you'll see it in the smaller crap before it hits the big stuff. I don't know what to tell you on that. Don't know what happened here, but it's probably a Binance dump. That's what I will say there. Let's take a look at something else that's not even worth looking at. ICP. I think we looked at it on Coinbase. We did. Still just flagging out another bear flag, guys, just like the one we seen up there. So we could literally move these down from last time. And our next target is going, we can do two targets. We can go from where the trend broke up here. I'm getting kind of sick of trading view. We can go from where the trend broke, went up there to down, and let's do that one first. So this is your next downside target for ICP. And I'm going to give you two targets because I'm going to give you the wedge also, or the rising broadening wedge target. We're going to take this and we're going to come over here. And this one you might get pretty soon if it drops. If it breaks this low here at 481. So if it breaks to 481, then I would start looking for this target here. Let me clone this, bring it up. I'm going to put a target on there. Target. Nope. Price label right here. This on there. 413 is going to be your first target to the downside. that breaks, then your next target's going to be right around this 314. Pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. That 314 to 280 area obviously is your old support and resistance level here. Matches up pretty good, but yeah, remember guys, if we go into a true bear market, a lot of this little stuff will be nothing, literally pennies if that. Crypto's a rug pull, so it's okay. Ahoy, Savvy and Screen Friends, hope everyone's having a great day. Yeah, I hope everyone had a great weekend. I forgot to say that in the beginning, but I do hope you guys all had a great weekend. Pi Network. Donna asked for Pi Network. Let's take a look at it. And so I know that we've looked at this before, and I'm not going to remember which freaking chart we looked at it on. Oh, let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't know which. Was it? Ooh, hopefully it wasn't that one. That one's ridiculous. Kraken? No. Bitstamp? Wait, this isn't. That's not Pi Network. What is that? Sorry about that. You didn't hear Pi. What is that there? Heather. Obviously it's getting bounced. I need a better chart than this. There really isn't one. I hate coins that are on just a bunch of garbage exchanges and nothing else. Yeah. I don't know. I'll take a look at it, but it's... Let's look on MEXC. So on MEXC we had... All right, we had been looking at this on MEXC last video, obviously, and we had a target right there, which we hit, 78 cents. But I'm guessing that it's probably... we're definitely making some hidden bearish divergence here, so I would be definitely watching for that. Let's zoom in. Let's go into the 4 hour. I think that, yeah, that might have been what I was here. Yep, there it is. So we didn't quite hit our target yet. Our target was here at 86. On the low end, if we'd have broke down at the bottom, was here. So slowly but surely creeping up there. Will it come up and tag this and then come down? I would definitely keep an eye on it, but I don't think it'll go much higher than our target up here and then continue down. Once it breaks this target, I would be probably... If it gets up there, it might not even get up there, right? But let's say it does. Let's say it does something like this. And then you're still looking to go back down to around that 28 cents, possibly much worse. I would be extremely careful in this area. As you can see, right where this is getting all the rejection is old resist or old support right here. So just be careful there. What's your thoughts on Bitcoin? You mentioned in your morning video you would go over where you would be looking to add to your short. Yeah, we have it. If we get up to, let me show you in this chart here. So if we get up again up to these levels about 88, 89, I will probably start adding some in there, some more shorts in there. Or if we break down back below this 83.5 and test it a few times as resistance, I'll add some more shorts in there. But otherwise, I'm just waiting for something to break here. And again, we really got to pay attention to traditional markets and certain people's posts and news stories, because they can really make things wick. And a lot of that is just demolishing traders, right? Knocking traders out, liquidating them, a lot of that. So that's why this is a very low leverage. I know it seems like a big amount, but it's a low leverage, right? Because there's over the balance in the account when this trade was started was 131,000. So 27,000 isn't a huge amount. I mean, it's 25%, right? Or 23%, but and it's going to take a lot to liquidate it, right? So I don't see this getting liquidated unless this thing shot up to 135,000 or something, right? But we'll be keeping a close eye on it. And like I said, I am 100% transparent. So if I decide to close the trade out because of something, I'll let you know why. I'll let you know where it's closed, what my loss was, what my gain was, whatever, as I always do, right? You're welcome, Donna. ARB, stock or crypto? Stock or crypto? What is it? Remember, guys, you tell me the ticker. Let me know if it's a stock or a crypto. There's way too much crap that have both with the same ticker. I'm guessing Arbitrum. That looks exactly like the chart we just looked at. Literally exactly the same as ICP. So all altcoin charts are pretty much looking the exact same right now. And that just broke. So this, I would definitely be looking for the downside here. Let's take a measured move of that. Your measured move, your target is going to be right just above your last low here. But obviously could go further down than that. But let's take a look at it. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's put a label on it. Simple. 25 cents is my next target here. And that's in the good case scenario, right? We could go off of this trend break right here. Go off this trend break. Take a look at that as a flagpole, although that's a little awkward. Where would that bring it? That would get you down to approximately 15 cents. So there's my two targets. If you break that 25 here, I would look for approximately 15. I'm going to zoom out, look at the whole chart, see. I don't know what this thing began at. I don't know what this thing is. But it looks like it's literally here. Let me go into the daily. This thing just looks like a giant money grab and it's over, but we'll see. Definitely just making a bunch of steps down. It looks like flag out, down, flag out, down, flag out, down till it's gone. I don't know. Ugly. All right, Ondo is a crypto. Ondo. Thanks again for everybody that tuned in. Whoops, let me get a better chart here. Same thing. This looks like it's flagging out. Same exact chart, man. Let's go the daily. I mean the 4 hour. Be a little bit easier to see here. Let's just do so just looking at the next move here, right? Let's look at kind of a strange lie for a chart. Let's do this. So this is a channel I'd be watching looking for a break. If I was trading this, which I'm not, but. So if we stay in the channel, looks like I could get another touch up to the top. On that 96 cents, if it can break past here, right? Or we're going to look at the bottom. If we break down past this, well, let's put it here. If we break down past the 85-cent range, right? We break past the 85 cent, then we can look for a downside target here. Just a measured move of the channel, guys. If it breaks here, right? So if it breaks to 85 cents, this will be my next target. And there you have it. And if it breaks up past that 97 cents, I'd be looking for approximately. And then we'll take a look at that. Let's throw some fibs on this too, just for shits and giggles. I haven't been doing that on the charts, but I will do it for you. All right, so let's do a Fibonacci retracement from this low to that high. Your 0.618 would be just above there, which would be about that 76 cents. Let's do this now. Let's throw Fibonacci extension from this low, this high, this low, right? So your 1618 is about 95. This looks like finished third wave. This may be a fourth wave, and that would be a fifth wave, getting up to that 97-ish if that happens. So, but this channel is what I'd be watching. Do you think Trump folded? I think, I don't know what I think there. Honestly, I believe that they may be all just in cahoots and they all have the same plan, because it's just too stupid of moves, right? For to put these tariffs on, pull them back, to extend them, to not tariff this, which is a huge product coming from there. You know, it's just it's a shit show, honestly. It's a total freaking fiasco shit show. That's all that is, man. All right, guys, like I said, it was going to be a shorter one today. I got stuff to do. I do appreciate you guys stopping in. Make sure you smash the likes. I'll try to do longer ones. And I talked about this a while back, guys. I may change this noon live to maybe after the markets close live, or closer to the close in live or something, because it really screws my day up to get a morning video out. And then it's like a bunch of dead time. I can't really do anything until the live stream. So I don't know. It's obviously it's going to stay right where it's at, and I will let you guys know if it changes, but it's just, like I said, it's getting to be summertime here. There's so much stuff I got to do. A lot of it, maybe it'll just end up being live streams with what I'm doing during the day, and we can talk about charts. You know, if I'm out on my machines, working on the property or golfing, whatever, maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know. It's just tough. It really screws up my day and makes it hard to get anything done or to put all my effort towards something. So anyways, like I said, nothing's going to change yet. If and when it does, all you guys will know. Don't forget, I will start giving out $200 promo codes for Prime XBT during the live streams. But remember, you got to be the first one to put it in there, and it'll be just random in the live stream. So if I do that, you need to have your Prime XBT account already at least set up. Like I said, you don't even have to do a deposit to get that. You just get that promo code in there in time, and boom, you get the $200 in your account that you can trade. If you profit it, you could make from $200 up to however much, and you could take out all your winnings. You just can't take the initial 200 out. So that's how we're gonna do it, because there's so many bots and stuff. I think bots were taking a lot of those that I was giving away on X, so that's why I'm gonna do it in a live stream. I don't believe a bot is gonna last long in a live stream sitting and waiting for something. So that'll give a better chance for the viewers, the actual people that actually watch the channel, for watching it, not just for the promo code, right? But so anyways, yeah, much love to you guys. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping in. Sorry it was a short video, but like I said, I wanted to get stuff done today. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for my pre-market, and see you again tomorrow at noon for our live stream. Hopefully tomorrow, I think it'll be a little bit better, longer live stream. So thanks again for